Hey, how's it going, everybody? How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? I think we got my sound set up again. I got my microphone. I got a microphone back. I got my microphone set up with a new working sound mic arm. Okay, so like basically we're back. We're back to the old config. Better quality. I would hope. We're live streaming some Final Fantasy XI online on Horizon. Right now I'm logged in. I did make some huge progress lately. Let me fix this. What the heck? Where is the webcam? Uh-oh. Okay. Oh, I had it invisible. That's fine. Okay, wow. So basically, I'm on my paladin. My brother's managed to pull himself away from retail, and you know, I was you know, renewing my subscription on retail as well to maybe check in on my paladin over there. We might check in later over there, but we're back on Horizon. I hit White Mage 47, and that's pretty awesome. Finished Primivians, got Tavnasia access. Oh my god. No crafting. Let's see. My Beastmaster 45, we've been farming in Delkfut Tower, getting some beast seals. So we're probably going to do that later when my brother Ray Chan logs out. Just farming up some beast seals, you know, chilling like villains. That's what we're going to be doing tonight. Just chilling. I am, I guess, pretty caffeinated. I had a 20-minute treadmill earlier. It's a manual treadmill, so it's like a, you know, that's the only vertical climb we like here. Yeah, retail Final Fantasy XI is really interesting nowadays, but we all know that classic Final Fantasy XI is the best, and the best is the best. Yeah, it's the monk challenge. Back in the day, me and my brother, he really didn't like how I was, you know, going to quiff him, and you know, I was on White Mage on a Taro character. We were sharing an account. You know, I had to like beg him to log out so that I could play. Eventually, he got me an account on the PS2 version, so he would play on the computer, and I would play on the PS2. Later, he got a second PS2 and hard drive, and we would both play on the PS2. What game is this? This is Final Fantasy XI on Horizon 11, HorizonXI. You can give it a check out on HorizonXI.com. But yeah, I need to get my gear together. I'm just telling my brother. We had a mule character on his account, or actually no, it was on my account, named Ray Chan, after Ray from Sailor Moon. And so he made her his main character on retail is Bascone, after the, you know, Berserk character. I don't even know much about that, but you know, he is really into retail. He's got 6 accounts, okay? He's got 6 accounts. It's bonkers. It's absolutely bonkers, okay? So we're over here on Classic 11, going really slow. I probably got to get my level 17 gear on my inventory here. So get some lizard gear. Why do I have 2 Royal Footman gloves? I need to sell one of those. There's no reason to have 2. Yeah, let's just bring all our lizard stuff, our Royal Footman stuff, our scale stuff, warrior's belt. Since I'm on Paladin, probably want to grab those energy. Let's get the courage rings for level 14. Okay. I'm just kind of checking it myself. I'm feeling a little bit weird. I had a little bit too much caffeine, but you know what? 20 minutes on the treadmill. It was a manual treadmill at an incline, so like 20 minutes goes a really long way on that. So we're good to go. Because I got Tavnasia access, I have an extra 5 slots. Mog wardrobe, so that's good. Okay, are we... I need to switch to my Paladin macros. Okay. I don't think I have equip set yet. I'm so low level. Oops, I need to get my shell shield. Okay, not the Luon. Sell one of those royal footmans. I don't have any rings yet, but I do have the extra 6 MP. Some... Yeah, my Paladin, my brother's taking a bit of an AFK break, but, you know, so we're gonna go at our own pace, just soloing. Hey, what's up, Lincoln? How you doing? Lincoin is the GOAT? Is that like a NFT? Does anybody even care about NFTs anymore? Like, that, like, are NFTs even still a thing? Like, did they get deleted? Like, I haven't heard about NFTs in a minute, okay? Everyone forgot about them. Remember the TV show they made? Didn't they make like a show? Like a cartoon show? Like about the ape, the like bored ape or whatever what it's called? It's such bullshit. Like, what the heck? I don't want any minus gear on my Paladin. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, my shield. I was gonna look for my shield, bro. Where's my shield? Where is my shell shield? Looking for my shell shield. I need that shell shield. Where is that shell shield? Do I have it in my inventory? Let's put away all my mage stuff. Okay, I was playing on white mage. Some of this stuff I should probably keep. I don't really need a... Well, that keeps me awake. I need to get a venom potion for my white mage because we were in Promathia on Hala. I ran in to give like a Barfira or something just to like... Because that boss eats one of your effects randomly, so stacking up extra buffs gives it an extra random chance to not take something beneficial away. And I got slept by the Promethean Hala boss. All I had to do was bring a venom potion because I didn't realize if you're not losing HP, you're gonna stay slept even if you have poison potion on. But so I forgot about auto regen. It cancels poison potion out. It's only a 1 HP a tick, just like auto regen. So I need venom potion if I'm going to white mage next time, but it's good enough for any other job, like other than / white mage at 50 plus or white mage at 25 plus. So we're good there. Let's put away my ginger cookies, Rollenberry pies. Probably hold on to those Yagoda drinks. I think cheap kebab is probably for the best. I'm just not going to get rid of that hyper potion. I'm going to save it. Okay. Where is that shell shield? Where is the shell shield? Where did I put it? Is it in my storage or in my Mog safe? I think it's in my storage. No? Come on. Oh, there it is. Shell shield. I landed right on it. Oh my goodness. Okay. Shell shield. There we go. And let's lock style. Okay. We're going to lock to scale. This is my scale lock set outfit. Okay. We're ready for Paladin. Okay. And let's put some stuff away, right? I need to put that shield away. You know, I should always keep that level 1 shield in my satchel just in case. It's like a level 1 shield for a lot of random jobs. Keep my I don't need my charm gear. I mean, well, it's level 12, isn't it? Oh, it's level 14. At level 14... I'm wearing this agility +1 bandana anyway. Okay, at level 14 I get some extra strength and stuff. Hopefully I can get to level 14 before my brother comes back. Yeah, Ray is busy. He just had a kid, so I don't want to dox too much, but he talks about it in game a lot. So basically anything people talk about in game, as long as it's not like only stuff he talks about with me and my cousin that plays in the game and my friend. I have an IRL friend that plays. He's a Bongo King. I'm Roki. And Bongo King's a Galka. Ray Chan is a Hume female, but it's my brother. He's a man. He does not identify as woman. He just plays a female character. Ray Chan, it's our old character we used to use to power level ourselves in the dunes back in the day. She had Red Mage. On retail, he made Ray Chan and finally made her a 119 level Red Mage. Hey, what's up, Isa? Isa Chevelle, how you doing? Isa Chevelle. It sounds like you were gonna do a D's nuts with that name, but if it did, I don't get it, and so if I don't get it, my viewers probably don't get it. So if it is something like that, then I guess nobody got it. So I guess it's a big fail. Okay, I got everything, right? I don't need anything else. I don't have like an egg or anything. Okay, yeah, let's do this bullshit. Leveling up, probably gonna go to Tarongi Canyon. Like Tarongi and Bubarimu, just a really good go-to. Maze of Shakrami, it's a really nice little hub. Plus, I'm pretty sure we need to get it back for Windurst. I don't know if I'm gonna do it all by myself. All by myself. Sartabarta is owned by Bastok? What the hell? Kolshushi is owned by Sanadoria, so Tarongi and like Bubarimu, we need to get that back for Windurst. Okay, like I already have it. We actually really need Zulkheim. Because we need to get Dunes outpost. I doubt Windurst is getting it. They're minimal right now. Yeah, so that sucks. But it's okay. It's okay. Whoa, what's going on? Let me load up my UI a little bit better. Okay, I need to log in with my freaking stream elements. Okay. Yeah, okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. Yeehaw stanky 13 days ago. I'm a little bit slow. Isabella Chevelle. Isabella Chevelle. Dun, dun. And I got it, Davida. Your evening is going well. Glad to hear it. I've just been chilling. I did 20 minutes on the treadmill earlier. Make sure to drink plenty of water. I think just like the reason I went live again, I haven't streamed in a hot minute. I've been, oh, there's my brother. Oh yeah, he's on his Pride outfit. Yeah, it's Pride Month, by the way. Yeah, he's in his Pride Subligar outfit. Let's go. Yeah, my brother plays that female character because it's like back in the day we had Ray Chan, based on like Sailor Moon. She has the hair like Ray from Sailor Moon, Sailor Mars. So, having that character again, you know, it's like some people just, you know, it's okay for somebody to play a character that's not their gender. Like, it's just a character. It's just a video game. Okay, you need to not take it so seriously. Yeah, happy Pride. I try not to pay attention too much to what, like, all the, you know, oh god, I should have got an antacid. Oh god. Yeah, I think I do need to get an antacid. I also forgot a warp. Uh-oh. Well, okay, I'm just gonna have to eat the conquest points, and just get the, because I can't outpost warp at level 12 from Windurst, so I gotta just teleport, get an instant warp scroll with 700 conquest points, and instant warp back to Port Juno, and get an antacid off the auction house. 'Cause I don't have any low levels to death. I mean, I could death warp. I could have just death warped with my paladin. I don't know why I'm complicating this. I could have just death warped on my paladin, but I'm trying to get XP. So it's like, why would I death warp? It's my lowest level job. I can't death warp on anything else. I don't know why I didn't just death warp on it. Oh well, it's fun. We got the extra stuff that we get to do together. I think talking to my stream, even if I'm not really doing anything quote-unquote meaningful, like in-game, like, hey, like, I could just chill. Like, I've been chilling, kind of not really doing anything other than, like, focusing really hard on the game lately, but that can kind of bring me down a little bit, and I think I got a little bit too much caffeine today. It gives me a little bit of anxiety. Yeah, the treadmill helped, but just because it helped, you know, it still gives, like, that little bit of anxiety. Just having the chat to talk to, it kind of gets me a little bit out of that rut. And even if, and you know, that's why I'm kind of just, you know, I don't really care what I'm doing in game right now. Like, you know, that's why I got on a lower level, because it's like, well, if I'm not really going to be super hyper focused, may as well just do a lower level that's like super, like, you know, not complicated. You know, just do something that doesn't really, I mean, it matters because I do want to level Paladin up at least to level 30, so I can use it for level 30 cap stuff, especially helping people with Prometheans. Although I think Warrior would be better, but I don't know, something about Paladin, it's like, it's a solid tank, right? Like, I can cure myself, like, I got, like, you know, a nice, like, shield and sword or club, depending on what my setup is. Here on Horizon, they have augmented weapon skills, so you can use the club weapon skill that gives you MP back, which is useful. But sometimes you want to be doing damage, so I think the sword option is, like, good when you want to be doing damage as well, compared to just doing, like, some club damage. I mean, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I got club already leveled up from White Mage, so we're basically leveling up Paladin with sword so that we can keep it capped. And hopefully, within a couple of levels, my parrying is dangerously low, because even on Thief 47, I wasn't able to get parrying past, like, I think level 50. Which is, I think, like level 18 cap or something like that. A level 47 with a level 18 characters, a level 18 job parrying is not good. Okay, so leveling up Paladin might be a really good way to level up my parrying, because I think they do have like a C- parrying, but, you know, it's hard to level parrying. So even with C-, that's still really good. Oh yeah, what was I doing? Oh yeah, I needed to get some antacid. Yeah, because I need to use those cheap kebabs. I like how I have my microphone set up again. It's a really good microphone. And just having it instead of the other microphone that I had. The other microphone I had is a lav mic, which is good for outdoors. But, or just getting up and like being more active. Like, let's say I want to be like, you know, walking away from the camera more and like doing something like more kind of, I don't know, like more like kind of distanced from the camera. Like, I think that's like when... This microphone is pretty good, though. It picks up a lot. Like, you know, even with the sound filter. Like, it picks up a lot. How much is an antacid? Am I gonna have to death warp anyway? I might just death warp. Like, that's 200k a stack? Yeah, it's 20k per antacid. I'm just doing a death warp. I'm pretty sure there's an NPC that it's like a poop mage. I'm pretty sure, but I don't know where that is. Is it in port? Where is the... Okay, I need to look this up. Here, maybe if I search antacid, it'll show me. Removes food effects. Okay, here we go. Trade one Gauchel Green. Okay, yeah, there's a poop mage. He's in Juno. He's the brown mage. Yeah. Yeah, he's the brown mage. Because he's the poop mage. He makes you poop. You give him some Gauchel Greens. Oh, it's a quest. Okay, yeah. Brown magic. Does not show up. It's a side quest. Does not show up in your quest list. Trade Parike Paranke, a single Gauchel Green. He will then attempt to remove your food. Depending on whether you have food effect or... Okay. Tracks the amount of times he's made you poop. Okay. Server wide. You must have one food effect to have and trade one bunch of Gauchel Greens. Okay. Okay, so we just get some Gauchel Greens. Can you buy them here? I think you have to buy them in the nation. I mean, I could just get them off the auction house. Do they not sell them? I don't know if there's an actual like Chocobo NPC in Juno. I think the like pet food NPCs are only in your home in your nations. Okay, so I don't think there's an NPC vendor here. Like this guy is a Cairn. Yeah, he's a little teeny tiny Cairn. He gives you like different mounts. As a Laroon. Okay, so basically, yeah, I'm gonna have to buy some Gauchel Greens. Okay. Let's get those. Ammo, miscellaneous pet items. Gauchel Greens. Let's just get a stack. Yeah, it's way cheaper than antacid. The problem is you can't use them out in the field. But antacids are really expensive. So... Well, I'm guessing there's gotta be somewhere to buy them. Or I don't know. Well, I think maybe most people who use them probably craft their own. On like either their main or a mule with alchemy. Who knows? Either way, there's a poop mage. Where is he? Oh, I forgot to look where he was. Yeah, there's the brown mage. It's just funny that they call it brown magic. Where is he? That looks like lower Juno. Yeah, H8. Yeah, it's the poop mage. He makes you some laxative with Gauchel Greens. Smells funny? I mean, that's That's about right. Yeah, I think just like talking into the microphone helps me feel safer. I don't know what it is. It's not that I don't feel safe. It's just that whenever I get like a little bit of anxiety and I get stuck inside my own head, I think it's like going live takes me out of that. And so it's like I really love streaming just as a function. Just because streaming is like something really special. You can't really achieve this kind of reality with any other... Oh. Hey you, belly bursting, intestines inflating, bladder bulging? I can tell by the notch on your belt that you've been overindulging yourself in culinary delight. Well, you're in luck. I happen to be an expert magician versed well in the digestive arts. It's kind of in between white and black magic. Brown magic, you could call it. Anyway, you bring me a bunch of gyashal greens and I'll fix your indigestion on the spot. Oh, I'm sorry, I guess I can't force you into doing anything you don't want to. I mean, this is a new era. If somebody wants to go around with their flabby flubber hanging out of their cloaks, they should have every right to do so. If someone wants to walk around town with breath reeking of chasm pines and roasted sleep shrooms, who am I to stop them? Oh, silly NPC. Okay, let's go. Gyashal greens. We're using the poop mage. You want me to tend to your tummy trouble? No problem. And don't worry, this won't hurt at all. I'm only going to be flushing your bowels with thousands of tiny lightning bolts. It's all perfectly safe. Now stand still. You wouldn't want your pelvis to implode, would you? Let's see, what were those magic words again? Ready? No? Well, too bad. Bulging. Was this it? Belly. No, that's not right. Burst. Oh, who cares? Let the excremental exodus begin. My stomach growls. I did it! I did it! I mean, of course I did it. Another case of cantankerous constipation cured. You're free to fill your face once again. But remember, if you ever binge a bit beyond your belly's boundaries, you know who to call. Let all your viewers enjoy interact with you. Like an X website? I have no idea what you're talking about, but hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about something like... You like jazz? Hey, what's up, JXH? How you doing? Okay, now I can eat my meat and now I can eat my meat. Now I can eat my meat chief kebab, okay. Now we can actually play the game. Well, thank you, ball tester. Jesus loves you too. Jesus loves balls. Getting those balls all wrapped up in a tissy. Okay. Bogarg. 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 Goblins run this shop, but don't worry, they're not hostile. I guess they're not all the same. I like diversity, but I got chills just stepping in there. Still, they carry things you can't find anywhere else. Okay, Bogarg. 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 Let's go, Bogarg. Okay, stop messing around. Let's get back to Cool Shoo Shoo. We need to go to Tarongi. Okay, we're going to Tarongi Canyon. Or else my name is not Rebecca. My name is Roki. We're going to Tarongi, okay? Roki's going to Tarongi. Roki's going to Tarongi. Let's go. Still rating. Still waiting on Ray Chan. That bastard. My brother, he's so obsessed with retail. It's like crazy. It's crazy. I can't even like, I was getting anxiety just logging into retail. I logged back in because I thought there was a new ring. I saw a Vellner video that said that there was this ring that you could get, but I guess I missed it. What is 10 tetrated to 5 squared? Okay, so that's 10, 10 to the 5 to the 5. Oh no, 10 tetrated to 5 squared. Okay. 10 to the 25 to the 25 to the 20. Wait. 10 tetrated to 5 squares. 5 squared, which would be just 25. So 10 to the 25 to the 25 to the 25, right? Tetrated is when you have... Oh, no. It would be 10 to the 25 to the 25. Okay, yeah, that's not quadrated or whatever it is. And then factorialed? Oh my god. The mark of faith. We need an algorithm to be able to figure that out. We can't figure that out with brute force. Okay, we need to actually figure out a theorem. Okay, we need to make a proof that can say we can solve this with the least amount of I don't even know what we're talking about. We're talking about balls. Pretty sure we were talking about balls. Let me give myself a protect. Okay, well, it looks like everything's easy prey over here. So this is, I mean, level 12 is like perfect Tarongi Canyon, like basically the crag zones. So like, you know, Tarongi or Kronstadt or Lothane. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, let your viewers enjoy and interact with you. The benefit is that they'll feed off full their energy, like paying, like, yeah. The thing is like, it's not just about interacting with your viewers, because that's obviously, ooh, it's an NM. Cactus. Oh no, that's not an NM. Yeah, I need to get closer to the crag. Okay, because yeah, everything is like too high level over here. Let's run over here next to the giraffe. Oh no, it's not an Elven. It's a Dalmal. Okay, never mind. I thought it was a giraffe for a second. It's just a Dalmal. It's not an Elven. Yeah, getting some wind crystals, because the Yagudo drop wind crystals as well. Getting some beehive chips, and of course getting some beastman seals. I forgot to trade... Oh, I guess we're going to start from 2 anyway, so it's not going to be like super off on my... I like to keep count of like, how much did I make this session? Because I'm trying to stack up on Beastman Seals so I can do BCNM. You know, I got my Beast Master at level 45 right now. So we got to be doing BCNMs. Okay? We got to get serious. We got to get serious. Getting those BCNMs knocked out. Yeah, normally I just like, I've been trying to really wrap my head around my new reality here, and playing the game, while I have been trying to keep to myself and not stream. But if I don't stream for too long, I start to get really anxious. I start to feel like I am losing my mind a little bit. Because it helps having something to talk to, even if it's only a few viewers. You know, there's not a lot of viewers here all the time, so most of the time I'm kind of talking to myself, or, you know, the camera, really. Talking to the VOD. And people do watch my VOD. I do see people coming in and they leave comments. You know, just, I think having something to have in the background while you do work, or you do your exercise, or you do your, or you're just playing the game along with me. I think that's kind of the cool thing about streaming when it's a little bit more relaxed. Not everything has to be like super engaging. I guess it just depends on how you define engaging, because me just kind of chilling, kind of, I do talk a lot, and streaming gives me a bit of an outlet for that. Like, it gives me like an ability to get all the stuff out of my mouth, because I get a lot of anxiety. I start to feel really isolated, and I'm not really, I'm really scared, to be honest. Not in like a terrifying way, like living in a trailer. It's more like, I don't really know where to go from here. I feel like, you know, there's plenty of problems to solve. Life has no shortage of problems to solve. But I feel like I'm missing something now. And I think I'll find it. It'll be better than ever. But, I mean, my guess is as good as yours about, like, what I should really be doing. And I think just gaming is good enough as it is. And periodically doing my stream again. And I think having my microphone set up now, I think what the problem is that I wasn't fully set up. Just having it set up is like super meaningful, because now I'm not like, I turn this off. I think just having, oh, that may have been using my graphics card to do that. I might not want to use that program. At least unless I'm not streaming. But there's a program that dims the monitor. Everything seems much faster now. I think it was using my graphics card to do it, which is normally fine, but I think having the OBS running at the same time is like, was causing a little bit of a stutter. There's no real stutter anymore. Yeah, I get a little bit lost, like, in my own thoughts, and I get lost in my reality, where I don't really know, like, I don't know, I think I constantly doubt, like, what the nature of reality is. But then I need to remember that regardless of what anxiety I might have, there is some sort of objective reality. And I need to remember that things are good and things are not bad. Things aren't bad anymore. But my body still treats my reality as if there is still danger, and it's hard to escape it. It's hard to escape that feeling. So just one day at a time. Playing this game has been helping me a lot, and my brother's been begging me to come back to retail, so I finally reinstalled it. I didn't really want to play, though. It was giving me anxiety. Some of it was being overly caffeinated. Some of it was, you know, I needed to go, you know, do some work on the treadmill for 20 minutes, and then took a shower, and then kind of, you know, relaxed a little bit, and then started up my stream. So sometimes you just have to change something, even if it's the smallest variable you can possibly change. And it just kind of like, you know, moves your reality forward a little bit. Because you might have anxiety, but that anxiety is only temporary. And you can just wait it out. And trust that it'll be fine. Like, it'll be fine. Let's see. I can kind of get into... Yeah, we can get into like... We can get into podcast mode here. How you all doing? It's your girl, Rebecca, and we're here this evening playing some Horizon Final Fantasy XI. Leveling up some Paladin, waiting for my brother Ray-chan. Yeah, Ray is not really dedicated to Horizon because he's playing on retail, but I think in time, I think he'll learn how to enjoy, you know, the slower paced classic Final Fantasy XI again. I've been enjoying it. I've really been enjoying it. Being back in Vanadil in the classic 75 era, it's just like something to have in the background of your life, no matter what's going on in your life. And you don't have to get, even though I've been going kind of fast, like I have been going kind of fast, even though I've been going kind of fast, I've just been, I'm kind of a grinder, okay? Like I grind, and I grind. And I don't have to, but I enjoy making progress. And eventually, I think the way I work is that I grind the early stuff as much as I can until I can't take it anymore. And then I get to like a place where it's like, okay, I did an initial burst and now I got myself to a place where it's like, hey, I'm further than when I started. And then once you're there, now you can kind of go at a slower pace. That's kind of how I treat the game. Like that's kind of how I do it. It's just kind of how I play. And the cool thing is there really is no... The number one thing to do is to have fun. You know, my brother even said that. Regardless of, like, this is like an open task. There's a lot of tasks. There's a lot of stuff to do in the game. Endless. You may as well, it's not literally endless, but for all reality, for all intents and purposes in reality, it is endless. You would have to be playing like 16 to 18 hours per day, grinding at the top efficiency you possibly can for like 3 to 4 years to get all the content unlocked. And that's still not even taking into account that they're going to add more content, like with the later expansions that came out. So right now they're in Chains of Prometheia. That's only 3 different versions of the game. That's only three storyline contents and battle contents. Like, you know, the vanilla game, the Zealart, Rise of the Zealart, and the Chains of Prometheia. Those are, in my opinion, the absolute pinnacle of Final Fantasy XI. Even if they didn't add any expansions after that, the game is solidly good, and you would, in my opinion, under normal situations, never run out of content for the rest of your life. You would get bored and quit the game before you ran out of content. For all, you know, for normal people. Okay, for heavy MMO grinding no-lifers like me. Actually, no. I'm not even like a no-lifer. Like You'd have to be playing 15 hours per day for like 3 years to run out of content with up to Chains of Promothia, which is what a lot of people have done. They're really complaining that Odd Ergen hasn't released yet, and I hate to burst your bubble, but you're not the norm. You know, I know that you're like the players that put in the most time, but that's not normal. Okay, a normal person logs in for a few hours, does some fishing or does some crafting or kills some bees at Tarongi Canyon, and then logs out. Okay, that'll take you like 4 years of real life time, which is probably about, you know, with an average of 2 to 4 hours per day. That's probably going to be like 4 years of playing like that with some heavy grinding sessions, you know, sprinkled in it. Oh, oops. We might die. Did I get a warp? I didn't. Whoops. Well, I can invincible. Let's use a high potion drop. Yeah, what is this? Oh god, it's level. At least it's a tough. This is not like IT or anything. Okay, yeah, we're probably gonna die, to be honest. Unless it blows itself up, and then hopefully it doesn't kill us doing it. Yeah, that's... At least I'm getting some sword skill ups. Well, you might be wasting a chief kebab here. I don't know, we'll see. Get some cures in. I did pop a Yagado drink. This is what I like about Paladin. You can do this. You can like heal yourself, and you got shield, you got heavy defense, you got higher HP, you got some damage as well, but this might not go my way. Although it's looking like I might do it. The Yog drink helps, because now I can cure myself up. If I was just on warrior or something, and used like a high potion, well, I'd be medicated for the next 5 minutes, or 4 minutes or whatever. So I wouldn't be able to heal myself again. But because I can pop a Yagado drink, I get some cures in there. Okay, it's berserking. Okay, I thought it was gonna self-destruct like a Voltorb. This is the Voltorb of Final Fantasy. You know, a bomb. Okay, we need to make sure to at least get a cure off. Okay. Okay, I got this. It's dead. Phew. I had to 2 hour, but we made it. I used invincible. Let's rest up. Wow. I got 200 XP for that. Oh, no wonder I had 100 MP before, because I was using the witch stew for White Mage. Okay, that explains everything. I was wondering how I had so much MP at level 12. Like, what the hell? Oh, I'm already fully healed. Let's just get my MP back. Yeah, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, just having the microphone set up instead of having to use the lav mic setup, which was really janky because it was like I had to use a lav mic, which means I had to like clip it to my shirt, which was a little bit weird. Plus it was like running on battery, which is not the end of the world because I would charge the other one. Like I had two. So like if it ran out, I would just charge it and switch it for the other one. But it's just, it's not the same as just having this like, it's the Audio Technica 2020, AT 2020 USB. Having this one just like set up is like so much better. Like, get a better kind of position it better. Basically, it just needs to be 8. No. Okay. Yeah, so okay, I think having it closer was better. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so basically test. Okay. What was I talking about? I get a lot of anxiety. And this game is something that you're never going to run out of content. If you play like a normal person. A normal person, you can spend 4 years and not even get max level. And honestly, I feel like that's the right way to play. Because there's so much stuff to do outside of just grinding up to max level. Like, yeah, you could grind to max level, and if you have a nice group, you should take advantage of it. If you got a nice static group. Now it's you guys' job to get your own energy. They'll feed off, fulfill your energy. Yeah, I mean, on my X site. What is this, like, GeoCities? Hey, what's up, DGG? How you doing, Disabled Gamer? Welcome back, my friend. I heard that you were raiding in TBC. I got my mic set up again, and just having it ready, I'm able to just start up my stream and like, I don't know, it feels nicer than the previous setup that I had where I was just kind of in an in-between stage. And the in-between stage was a bit like janky because I was using a lav mic. It will share energy every time you stream. Yeah, exactly. So even just chilling here, barely even interacting with the stream, my natural energy is I interact with my viewers. Well, are they on phase 2 now? Am I missing out on TBC? My account lasts until October. Because I bought a year of playtime. I need to get going back into TBC, but right now I'm just playing some Final Fantasy 11. Just chilling. It's a really good slow, it's very slow paced. It can be high paced, but it's mostly pretty slow paced. And the cool thing about this game is that you're basically always going to have something to do. And it doesn't have to be super high octane. It can be just like super chill. Like right now I'm leveling a low level job, Paladin, like level 12, waiting for my brother to come back, Ray. Ray Chan, my brother, I'm just gonna say my brother because his name's not Ray. But his character's name is Ray. My brother, is really big on retail. But the fact that, you know, he's playing on Horizon, he's giving it a shot. He's leveling Beastmaster. He is behind my Beastmaster. My Beastmaster is now level 45. And yeah, his is only level 19. Actually, I think he de-leveled, so he's back to level 18, but he's basically level 19. And Beastmaster is good because you can solo or you can group up, and they can clear a lot of content, especially with other Beastmasters. And I have Beastmaster leveled. If he levels up his Beastmaster, we can do a lot of stuff, and we could always find other people. The great thing about Horizon is that there's always people to team up with. You can get a group going for pretty much anything within like 10 or 15 minutes. I would say, yeah, there's some content that's going to be harder to get, especially more difficult content, or content that it's not really difficult, but that it's like annoying, like Prometheans. And I just did Prometheans. I got Tavnasia access. So now I'm on Promathia. I'm on the cutscenes leading up to the Minotaur, the Fomania Aqueducts. So now, you know, the cool thing about this game is it's not like WoW at all. WoW is a game where you log on and you got stuff to like tinker around on immediately. You can run around and jump around and do random quests, and you can make progress like really fast, or you can grind away at something. I mean, I guess with TBC and like WoW Classic, it's a lot closer to this than later versions of WoW, but even WoW Classic, like vanilla, I would say vanilla WoW is the absolute closest to this that WoW came, but it's still a fundamentally different game, and it's quest based, and it's just very different. This game is, I would say it's the world's best screensaver, is probably like the way to sell this game. I know it sounds stupid when you say it that way, but it makes sense. It's the world's best screensaver in existence. It is the top tier PvE out of like any MMO, and there's things that are PvE that are like more grindy. Like if you look at like Morrowind, right? Or like any Elder Scrolls games. Like Elder Scrolls is extreme PvE. But I feel like it's just Final Fantasy XI, especially classic Final Fantasy XI, which is what we're playing, hits a sweet spot where it's not so intensely grindy of a PvE that it's just like hell. It has like enough like interaction and intensity that makes it like there's like a balance that you're trying to get whenever you design a game. There's like a balance between for like challenge and like intensity and like the amount of things you can do, but also the illusion of progress. It's important to be able to feel like you're making progress in an MMO. You can make something infinitely grinding, like I want you to run across the world and then interact with this NPC, and then once you interact with that NPC, you have to fight 100 monsters, and then after you fight 100 monsters, it allows you to farm a key, and then you farm that key, and you have to kill 100 of each monsters in that zone. And then once you get that key, you have to go find a chest, and it can spawn in any number of 25 places. And I mean, I guess I'm summing up Final Fantasy XI. But basically, hey, thank you so much for the raid, Cackle King B. 22 raiders. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're playing Final Fantasy XI on HorizonXI. It's a classic level 75 Era Plus server aiming to make all content with the level 75 balance. So right now they're at Chains of Promathia. They're releasing Odd Ergen on Friday. But Other than that, we're just chilling, leveling up some paladin, waiting for my brother Ray Chan, and you know, I'm trying to help him level his beast. He's only level 18, he just de-leveled from 19, but yeah, he's wanting to play beast here because he normally plays retail, but retail beast sucks. It's probably good, but everyone just plays like samurai or like paladin or like rune fencer with like a geo and a scholar. Next Friday for sure. We all know. Okay, yeah, so you're a Horizon streamer. Nice. Yeah, I started playing on Horizon right on launch with everyone else when they had like the millions of mobs out in like Sarta Baruta. You know what's funny is it's called Sarta Baruta, but I think in the autocorrect it says if you do the search. Oops. If you do the search, I think it says Sarta Barta. Yeah. It says Sarta Barta. It doesn't say Saruta, it says Sarta. I always thought that was funny. It's called Saruta, Baruta, like Taru. It's like Taru, right? It's called Saruta Baruta, but if you do in the search, they say Sarta Barta. I always thought it was funny. I played on launch day. I leveled up Thief to 45 within the first month or two, and then I quit. I haven't played Final Fantasy XI in any capacity really since Horizon launch, and well, since coming back. I did play on retail a bit with my brother, I think like 2 years ago. For a hot minute. You know, we got some master levels, but he just kept going, and now he has 6 accounts. He's a 6-account retail multi-boxer. He's pretty hardcore. But, ooh, I got level 13. Let's go. He, at the very least, he's trying to give Classic 75 another go, because we played originally when the game first came out. In North America, we got the Zelart Brady games, you know, on PC, and then PS2 came out. We got the HDD for the PS2 version. I don't know if he got it when Chains of Promothia launched. No, I think Chains of Promothia launched later on, but we had gotten the PS2 before then. And then he got me an account so we could play at the same time, because we were sharing an account. Oh yeah, I was talking about the Monk Challenge earlier. Basically, my brother had this obsession with wanting to level Monk by soloing only, and he didn't want to go to Juno until he could kill every monster on the way. And I kept on trying to tell him, the monster levels scale insanely hard on the path towards Juno. It is not a linear path. You can't just go from, you know, low level to high level all in the same way to Juno. Like, the monster levels jump up like very high. You're not going to be able to solo all the way to Juno. That's not how it goes. But he was like obsessed with it. He wanted to solo his monk because he said, "Oh, Rebecca, it's the Monk Challenge. It's the Monk Challenge." It was like, I love how the game became a part of my life. I think that's like a lot of people I've known. I was on Sylph, and I still am. But I re-rolled a character, and so did he. We don't play our original characters. I don't even remember the login information. You know, I think Fighter X is just sitting around in... I don't even know what Fighter X was doing. I think he was like... He was a male elven. A little bit of backstory about me. I used to have different body parts, and now I don't. Now it's turned inside out. Anyway, Final Fantasy 11 was actually the place where I finally started feeling comfortable talking about those kind of things. It was like that was like 28. That was like 22 years ago. Honestly, wait, no, that was not 22 years ago. If 2026, then it was like 2007 or 2008. I think it was 2000. Yeah, I think it was like 2007 when I started talking to my link shell about, you know, gender related things. And my friend, my real life friends and my brother and my cousin all found out through the link shell. We were in Ezerg. It was like the #1 end game link shell on Sylph. I got kicked out though because I was leveling Bard instead of coming to an Odd Urgan King. They needed me on Black Mage to stun claim and to DPS, but I was like, I'm leveling Bard because I like to play the game on my own terms, and I was going through some life stuff. Let's be real. The thing that I like about Final Fantasy XI is that pretty much everyone I've talked to in game on Horizon, they pretty much have a very similar experience where everyone who played Final Fantasy XI had something meaningful like out of it. Like, especially if you had like if you played with your brother or your sister or with your spouse or with your friends or all the above. Like, I had a situation where it was me, my brother, my cousin, and we're all in Horizon now. We all came back recently. I just moved into a new situation. I was living in a trailer with my dad for like years, and I finally got in an amazing situation permanently. I'm in a situation where I'm never going to be in danger with housing insecurity ever again. And I'm not gonna have to live with an alcoholic father anymore. I never want to see him again. Anyway, that the previous arc of my live stream was me trying to get out of that trailer. And now I'm finally out of the trailer. I basically unlocked C in real life. Like, I finally did my Promathia missions in real life. And I have a team of people. I have a developmental disorder. It's autism plus a couple of other related things. It's really complicated. I don't want to get into it, but now I have a situation that is never going to... I'm never going to be in catastrophe ever again. I'm never going to be homeless. I'm never going to be out of a place to live. I'm gonna be, you know, helped. You know, I got my own room. You know, there's a few responsibilities, but everybody has responsibilities. Like, I think Final Fantasy XI gave me some time to my own thoughts. And when you have like more time to your thoughts, there's a couple different directions to go. It's not always good and it's not always bad. Sometimes it's just, you know, normal, but having more time to your thoughts can have the potential to unlock like the most honest discussions with yourself. And that's how I knew that I needed to get transgender surgeries. And it wasn't until 2 years ago that I finally got them all done. It was like real life Final Fantasy XI. Like, I was grinding all those key items and unlocking those, like, you know, unlocking like Tabnesia, like it's like Final Fantasy XI. Like, it really is. Like, that's how life is. Like, you basically have a bunch of content that you can't do yet because you haven't leveled up your character, but you also have to get gear. But in order to get that gear, you have to do the storyline missions, and you can't do that content until you've gotten a group to do it, or you know, like, there's a whole bunch of stuff in life that's just like Final Fantasy. And I finally did it. And now I'm on to the next, you know, tier of content in real life. It's really rough because the stakes in real life are a lot higher because it's not a video game. But I made it happen because there's no other choice. You either let your life fall apart and get worse, or you try to make it better. You might not succeed, but at least you're trying. And a lot of people aren't willing to try because it's too hard, which sometimes you might just, you know, right now I'm in a period where I need to take my goddamn foot off the gas pedal, you know, slow the fuck down, play some Final Fantasy 11, chill, and, you know, I enjoy coming back to my live stream, and I appreciate people like you, Cackle King. You're also queer and neurodivergent? Yeah, there's a lot of people on Horizon that are just from different life experiences, and I don't, you know, I obviously it's just kind of overwhelming sometimes when you realize that, like, it's a little bit of a double-edged sword. I forgot these guys' link. It's kind of a double-edged sword because when we're isolated and our thoughts are only to ourselves, we feel special. But then when you start talking to other people, sometimes it can be a little bit like put you on the defensive a little bit, because sometimes it's like you feel less special because people are like telling you their story and people get really excited, and it's like I tried to learn how to give them a turn, you know, because like I get really excited about my life and my progress and how I play the game. Let's just like, I talk a lot and I'm really passionate about this game and the way I play this game. I have a very specific way that I play that I don't think a lot of other players play exactly the way I do. Or, I mean, it's not necessarily, because when you think about Final Fantasy 11, especially classic Final Fantasy 11, you're not really thinking short term. You have to think like, you know, months from now. And so you're thinking like, okay, like I'm going to get like, you know, my white mage to 50 so I can start doing my limit breaks. And as a white mage, I have a lot more utility. And because I have a lot more utility and I can heal groups, I'm not going to be able to fulfill other roles just yet, but I'll be able to unlock content as a healer with a lot less preparation. Like you need spells, like, you know, but that's just Gil. You know, you just, some spells, you know, I quested all the teleports, but, you know, you just farm Gil. That's easy enough. You just get the Gil and you get the spells. And there's some bare minimum gear, and yeah, there's artifact gear, but even if you're just wearing bare minimum gear on a white mage, like, you're still going to be able to cast cure on people. You're still going to be able to do your job without gear. A paladin, however, needs gear. A warrior needs gear. Like melee jobs need some kind of investment into gear, which I do have. Like I have a good chunk of different pieces of gear at different level caps. You know, so like I got gear for my melee classes. I got gear for my mage classes. That's basically, I don't like to think of the game as, you know, get the next thing as fast as possible and only focus on that one thing. Final Fantasy 11 is a unique game out of MMOs where you're not playing your class, you're playing your character. Most MMOs, you only play your class. Like you play a warrior in World of Warcraft, or you play a mage, or you play a priest, or you play, yeah, a rogue, or, you know, like, but in Final Fantasy 11, you're not your job. I think it's a good metaphor for life. Like, I really think it is. Like, you're not your job, you're you. And once I learned that in my personal life, I started treating my life like it was Final Fantasy 11. Not in a literal way, but in the sense that, what is Final Fantasy 11? What is the core gameplay? And people can joke around and like, oh, the core gameplay is waiting for Friday. Okay. But Okay, dude. But what is actually the core gameplay? It's not one thing. You're not just killing monsters and getting XP. You're not just farming gil. You're not just playing the auction house. You're not just crafting. Like, you're not just socializing. You're doing everything. You're not your job. You're your character. But your character makes progress. Whenever you level a job, you're leveling up a job for your character. Every couple of, levels, there's different tiers. You unlock different abilities that each job unlocks. So like White Mage 47, I'm almost, as of just getting White Mage 42, I just hit the big 42. At White Mage 42, you have access to all your teleports. You have, you can heal people. You can sneak and invis. You can sub Black Mage and warp yourself. If I get high enough level, I'll start being able, like level 56 plus is my next big unlock. Level 56, I can start tractoring and escaping. Wait, what level is... What level is tractor? I think is it level 28? That's level 25. So level 50 is my next big unlock. But what level is escape? Is that 28? That's 29. Okay, so that's level 58. Okay, so level 50 and then level 58 are my big / Black Mage utility upgrades. So Tractor, I get at level 50 on White Mage. That's huge because I can help people with content, people that want to sweat and rush through content. I can then Tractor and raise. The similar unlock is getting Black Mage to 50. I have Black Mage 35, but getting Black Mage to 50 allows you to raise, and then you can Tractor and escape already. So you get more utility at 50 as Black Mage, but you also you don't get teleports until like 74. Or no, 72. Right? Yeah, until level 72. But then you only get the base teleports. So you don't get Yote and Altep and Vassal. So I feel like White Mage is an amazing utility class to level up. And I've never leveled it to 75 before. I've leveled on original retail. I had Black Mage 75 as my first. And it was during Oregon, which meant I did end up doing some mana burns, but I mostly leveled by building Colibri parties and just being a gimpy White Mage. Okay, like I would just cure 3 people on on Black Mage. I would just cure people. I was like I was a main healer as a Black Mage, and that's how I got to level 75 in Oregon, because nobody wanted a Black Mage unless you're doing a mana burn, and you couldn't really do puddings until you're like level 70 plus, or like I think like level 75 really, and you needed to be geared. So that's like the problem. Like Black Mage, like you get level 75, but you're not very strong until you get like you know, some really good gear pieces. Like you need your HQ elemental staves at 51 for sure. White Mage doesn't really need that. You just need a an HQ light staff and an NQ dark staff. Hopefully a HQ dark staff, so you can. I'm gonna get all my HQ staves anyway, because I'm gonna also level Black Mage to 75. So I'm also gonna level Summoner to 75. I never did White Mage, and I always envied the people who had White Mage geared up, especially that Aristocrats piece. I really want that Aristocrats piece. Those are some good pajamas. I really want those pajamas. I like Mage class gear because it's like they look like pajamas, especially like Summoner Artifact. Summoner Artifact looks straight up like pajamas, like you're running around in your onesie. Okay. But I always wanted that Aristocrat. And I've also always wanted to test out level 75 solo stuff on White Mage by leveling up Club and getting like Relic Club and stuff like that. I've always wanted to figure that out and actually get like a White Mage with a club with Hexa Strike and all that kind of stuff. Like I've always wanted to really do that in level 75 era. So I want to do that. But I also think that, like, even without gear at all, even if you were fully naked, as long as you have your spells, White Mage can still do their job. So I think as a first job, White Mage is like the most utility you can have. And obviously I put Gil into it. You know, I put Gil into my White Mage. I get gear, I get good, like, you know, wizard cookies, or I get the 4-hour food with like Emity -4. My brother's back. So we're gonna level sync to meet. Oh, looks like you got some aggro. Yeah, I'm telling him to grab a Dalmal and 2-hour it. Yeah, so basically we're just gonna be teaming up here and just, you know, getting some chill XP. I forgot what I was talking about. Treating life like a Final Fantasy XI grind. That's what I was talking about. Yeah, he's just gonna grab a B. Got level 19 back. So yeah, I mean, it was a bit of an intense grind, you know, in my life, you know, for like the past 7 years, you know, like, but I'm finally out of that trailer. I'm ready to see, you know, where the rest of my life can go. You know, I want to build my career as a model, as an actress, as a content creator, as a writer, And right now, I'm not really being super creative. I haven't even read any books. Like, I haven't been reading. Like, I haven't been writing anything, really. I've been journaling a bit, like, but only, like, with, like, you know, like my chat GPT, you know, kind of idea bouncer. It's less about like interacting with ChatGPT. It's more like I'm just kind of keeping notes about my progress. I'm a very intelligent person. I know how to utilize these tools. I know that they're not the end all be all. I think people are either too scared of AI, or they praise it too much. Like they're putting way too much stock into AI. And it's like, yeah, AI is going to become whatever it becomes. But it's just like, there's more to life, you know? It's just one particular element of our technology. There's other things to work on and to focus on. And I think people are getting way too AI intensive. I think people are getting a little bit way too crazy about AI. Like, I think they need to just, like, kind of chill. And, like, hey, like, it's good that we can build these tools for particular things. But don't forget what actually matters. You know, like, life is still your life. You're still a human. You still have to live your life through the lens of a human. An AI doesn't care about you. It doesn't care about, because it's not a person. And you can develop those tools all you want, but don't forget about, like, the basics, you know? I'm a little bit optimistic about our future, because I think people are going to kind of, like, snap out of this stupor that we've been in for a while. I think social media started it. Ironically, I think AI is going to end it, because it's going to kick people into overdrive, and they're going to realize how dumb it is. I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen. It's going to be so mundane. That's really going to be, like, the end of it. People are going to be like, oh, wait, what the fuck? Why are we so focused on our phones? Like, like, what the fuck? I don't even have to. What would my life be if I just got rid of the phone? Like, would it really be that much worse? Like, in fact, it would probably be better. I mean, your phone, but it's not that your phone's bad. It's not that AI is bad necessarily. It's not that social media is bad. It's just that it's the human mind. You're putting your focus into these things, and you don't have to. You choose to. And all you have to do is choose to change the way you see it a bit. It has nothing to do with the technology itself. Like internet, like, well, computers, internet, social media, those, and then now AI, they're all just things that exist on that technology. The technology can be very interesting, and it can take your attention, just like this video game. But just take a step back a few times, every now and then, and be like, wait a minute. Why is my whole life focused on this thing? Like, going to a computer, sitting down on a computer. Like, yeah, some of it is for, like, you know, your job and all that kind of stuff. Like, yeah, it's useful. It's a useful tool. As a writer, it helps you write and document your text so you can edit it later. And it's better for that specific task. It may not be as good at being a drafting tool. Like, a typewriter is much better of a drafting tool. Handwriting with a pen is a much better drafting tool. But those are terrible editing tools. And a computer can be a good drafting tool too. So it's like, you know, in the end of the day, it matters that you're showing up, not how you're showing up. Although it helps when you're showing up. Oh yeah, this is my cousin's hardcore mule. So, I mean, that's kind of where I am. This moment in time, I'm in a weird but good stage of not really knowing what to do next. I don't know how to really build my modeling career. There's stuff I can do, but I'm not quite ready for. Like, like on a private level, like a personal level, like I'm not really... I can barely even show up to my stream right now, and I'm glad I did. Giving me a little bit of a space to reflect, and I think like also just giving you the opportunity to run into other people who are out there, like, you know, Jovan B, and like Cackle King, like other people who play the game, who are in Horizon, people who are queer and neurodivergent, all sorts of different types of people. I get all sorts of diverse people in my chat. I even get some, you know, not so savory people, but you know, hey, I want them to heal and become a part of the community. It's kind of their choice on how to behave. They usually get kicked out of my community, but if they were willing to do the work to learn how to be a decent person, then they would belong here. But, you know, those types of people usually don't do that. So they usually get banned. But all of those people aside, you know, we get people with different belief systems, like different, you know, like religion or lack of religion, queer, like non-queer, trans, you know, not, you know, cis, like we get all sort of, like, you know, any ethnicity. Like I get a lot of different types of people in my stream coming into my chat, and I feel like it's because I'm not here as a transgender content creator. I'm a content creator who happens to be transgender, who has gone through transgender surgeries. And honestly, some people say they probably wouldn't know if I didn't tell them, but it's just like, it's not something that I feel like I should try to hide. That being said, it's not like the end all be all of who I am as a person. And I think that's healthy. But it doesn't mean I need to shove it down and ignore it. I think it's a really meaningful part of my life. It's a huge, important part of my identity. And to erase it would be to be erasing me. But I don't really like... I don't know, I guess everybody's different. And I guess there is no such thing as like a typical LGBTQ content creator. I know people have like beliefs about, you know, what a stereotype is, but stereotypes are just stereotypes, you know? Obviously some people fill that stereotype and they want to, but I'm not really that stereotype. I think that's like, especially a lot of non-queer people. Because I'm not just a queer, my stream and my community that we kind of hodgepodged is not just a queer community. There's also non-queer people in the chat. And a lot of those people are a little bit off-put, you know, by queer culture. And I'm not particularly a part of queer culture in the first place. But of course, I am a trans woman. I don't really consider myself super, like, you know, I'm not stereotype. You know, I'm not a particular type of queer person. Like, I don't go to pride parades. I mean, maybe it's just because I'm a loser and I don't, I don't do anything. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I've been to a few pride events and stuff like that. It's not really my scene. And that's okay. Because, like, just because I'm like an LGBT person doesn't mean I have to be like, I have to know about every single drag queen, and I have to know every single like queer event, and I have to know every queer meme on the internet. And it's like, no, like, calm down. Like, I'm a person and I'm trying to live my life, and we're just playing some Final Fantasy 11. And I honestly, yeah, there's going to be people who are uncomfortable with me being trans, or me being okay with different types of diversity, well, then they can leave. And they usually make that happen. Certain types of people, but it's not really because of who they are, it's because of their behavior. And if they change their behavior, then they're welcome here, but they usually don't get to see that. Some people accused me of punching sideways. I don't really think that's what's going on. I don't think I'm like hostile to the LGBTQ community. Like, I don't think I've ever been hostile. If I have, I apologize. I haven't tried to do that. It's just, I think there's like, people who are like, I get really insecure about how other people see me and how other people judge me, even if they don't exist. Like, there's like this hypothetical, like, what if, like, what if people canceled me because I'm not super, like, stereotypically LGBTQ? Like, they need me to be, like, super on the top of every single Broadway musical. Like, like, I have to be obsessed with Hamilton. I've never even seen Hamilton. To be honest, I have no idea, like, why it's so, like, obsessed over. Like, why anything is obsessed over. I guess it's because people are struggling and they don't have anything else. And there's something that can bind the community together. And they find community within these things. I get that. It's just, I don't really feel the need for that. Like, I feel like I just want to live my life. Yeah, now I can wear my rings. I think I still don't have a... Yeah, I don't have a flame sword until level 18. But, I've never felt like I was a content creator that is specifically like a trans content creator. Like, I just happen to be trans, and I know some people might feel a little bit uncomfortable because I also support people who are still learning things about diversity, because I've had a lot of people in my life who are not super comfortable right away because they're not used to LGBT kind of stuff. And they have a lot of preconceptions, and I try to help them learn that those preconceptions don't have to be the case. That the things that they're uncomfortable with, there's some things that, like, maybe they can, like, learn how to be exposed to reality more instead of their imagination. I think just being around a person and getting to know them and seeing, and just being a normal person, in my opinion, I mean, I'm just not the type of person that people expect. Like, because people who don't really know, like, LGBT people, they have a certain set of expectations whenever they meet somebody who they determine, either because the person identifies themselves as LGBT or they pick it up some other way, and make a guess that happens to be correct. I think they have certain assumptions on what a trans person is supposed to be, or what a gay person is supposed to be, or anything like that. Like I am me first and foremost, and I'm not me because I'm trans. I'm me because I'm me. And I'm also polyamorous, but you know, that's just like these are labels that we put after the fact. I'm not like deciding my life based on these labels, but a lot of these people on the internet, they believe that it's the opposite. They think that people become these things because of the labels. Like, no, these labels are because of they're who you already are. And a lot of people misunderstand what's going on. Like, nobody can make you gay. Nobody can make you trans. Like, you just are. And how you express that is going to be unique to you because you're you. It's going to be different for me than it is for what maybe most people expect, especially on the internet. But I think there's a lot more people like me. And when I say like me, I mean who are a lot more nuanced and diverse than what they might imagine. I'm a very unique individual, and I always have been. No matter how I've ever identified in the past, no matter how I expressed my identity in the past, no matter how I physically appeared, or you know, the patterns of my body's appearance have changed significantly over these past 7 years. And I've changed as a person, and it's not one or the other. You change along with everything else that changes. Because you're always changing. Hopefully, if you're doing it right. If you've lived your whole life and you haven't changed, you're doing something wrong. Life is so full of opportunities to learn and grow, and I feel like people are missing out if they're still like they spend 5 years and they're exactly where they were when they started. Like, I'm not gonna be like, you know, it's nobody's responsibility but theirs, and it's not my business. But if somebody is miserable and they haven't done anything to change that, then that's kind of on them, you know? Like, you have so many opportunities in this life to do something to move your life forward. And I'm a success story. I got my transgender surgeries, my facial surgery, well, my orchiectomy, and then my facial surgery, and then my vaginoplasty. I made those happen. And I was living in a trailer with an alcoholic dad on SSI. And I didn't even have SSI at first. It was part of it. In order to get the surgery to happen, I had to unlock my life into a completely new level, just like in Final Fantasy XI. So if you can take those skills that you know from Final Fantasy XI and just take some time away from the game to like do some like, you know, go like, you know, hiking, you know, go spend time alone, like in the woods or something, like, or just do some like, you know, physical labor, or even just like stare at a wall for a few days or for a few weeks or for a few months. Do something difficult that's not about video gaming for like a month or two. Like, it doesn't mean you have to take a break from it permanently, but like, I feel like people lose track of the skills that they're gaining because they don't process it. Final Fantasy XI has taught me more about life than any other activity I've done. There are so many things that transfer over to your life, but you have to do that work in order to actually... It's like, okay, here's an example. In game, let's say, you know, you farm Dynamis currency, right? Dynamis currency doesn't mean anything on its own. Yeah, people buy it, but they buy it because they're using it. You have to farm the currency, and then you use the currency, and you have to do you have to farm certain items, and then you trade them to an NPC, and then you wait a game day, and then you do more farming of currency. But the currency itself doesn't actually mean anything. You need all the other stuff. So it's like in real life, you might have a lot of currency from playing Final Fantasy 11 and other video games, but you gotta, in order to do the quest, it means nothing if you don't do the quest. The quest is where you take time away from the game and you do something difficult. It could be physical exercise. It could be like something just challenging. Anything challenging. Not related to video games. Not related to, you know, like just doing something like in your own body, like physically, like hiking or meditating or, you know, doing something with your hands or, you know, just staring at a wall. Your brain needs to process that currency and change it into connect the dots on how you can change your life using what you've learned from Final Fantasy 11. I'm telling you, if you can do this, you will achieve more than you can possibly imagine in your life. Like, I got from being hopeless and miserable to being able to like grind my way into getting surgeries I never thought possible. There are people with more resources than I had who are still not able to get these surgeries. I made them fucking happen. Okay, they are not easy. It is like really hard. Okay, like it's not something that you, it's like there's a lot of luck, but like you have to be strong enough to keep going the path. Just like in Final Fantasy 11, sometimes things are easy, but you have to dedicate yourself to it for like months. And I had to do that for years. I had to keep doing my dailies and weeklies. I did them for years. And it's because I learned how to transfer the skills that Final Fantasy 11 has. And I transferred them into skills that will actually change my life. And it doesn't mean I always have to be using that kind of grind. Now I'm in a weird situation where I don't really know how to use that energy. But that's something that'll just, you know, things will happen naturally now. I trust myself. I built a very strong foundation, and I really love who I am, and I love what I've been able to accomplish, and I want to see how much more I can accomplish and what like meaningful things I can create. But it's just like in Final Fantasy 11, you don't always have to be leveling. You could just go chill in Juneau or like go fishing somewhere for a while and just chill and halfway AFK. No one is holding you up to a pressure saying you have to make a certain progress. Like, you can slow down. Even in game, you're gonna have pressure, but that pressure is imaginary. You could always say, you know what, I'm not ready for that content. I'm gonna drop out of the link shell group. And you're gonna miss out. But even if they kick you out of the link shell, you can find another link shell later. Hopefully you find a link shell group that's not like that. That is more chill, but no one is forcing you to get content. Nobody's forcing you to do every single piece of content in the game. Nobody's forcing you to get maximum progress as fast as possible. We do that to ourselves. Yeah, this is like my bread and butter though. Like, I feel like I basically fixed all the problems that were present in my life around the time I was like, you know, a teenager and like 18, 19, 20, you know, something. And I fixed all of those. And I'm 38 now. But now I'm right back where I was, but with all the good things. And I minimized or got rid of all the bad things. So now it's like I'm back to where I have all the best parts of the previous part of my life, with the vast majority of the bad parts gone. And whatever I mean, obviously life is always going to have bad parts. You can't really control that. But, you know, like, and we have things that we're not so great at. Or flaws. You know, I'm flawed. I'm human. But I minimize them greatly. And I have so much more strength that now I'm back in the kind of life that I was trying to live back then, that I was living in a fantasy land where I would, like, you know, LAN party with my friends and pretend that I lived there, but I didn't live there. That was my friend's parents' house. Now I live in my own room in a situation that I have protection for. And if this place doesn't work out, they find me a new place. And I'm only going to go up from here. That's the thing. Yeah, we're gonna go west. Like the gold rush. Oh, I can be a little close. Oops. I keep forgetting. I'm trying to get used to this new mic stand. Okay. Like every now and then I have to do like some squats or something, get some stretch, you know. Oh, probably get us protect. Just there's like just such like a good feeling that just comes with just chilling, being in the game. Like it's just so good. I feel so good. I'm like so content, and like I am trying to get over that little fear that feels like, oh, I'm wasting my life away. Like it's going away. Like I don't care, because I know the difference. I know the reality. Your life doesn't stop just because you get take a little bit of a break. Like your life doesn't fail. The only thing that makes you fail is when you stop getting back up. And I don't know. You know, I always try to help, and you know, there's always going to be people out there. You can always give Roki a /tell. Let me know. You know, I'm always wanting to do stuff with other players and, you know, help them out or get help. But I love this game, and I'm very knowledgeable about it. I may not be the best player. There's people with better gear than me. There's people with more knowledge, but I'm pretty damn knowledgeable and competent at this game. And it's been in my life multiple times, and I learned how to stop fighting it. That there's this part of you that feels like you should quit because, oh, it's a game, it's ruining my life. It's like, well, would your life really be that? There's something else. If there's something ruining your life, it's just a symptom. And I took time, like this past 7 years, going to therapy, getting all my surgeries, like getting my housing situation figured out. Those were the problems. I dealt with the problems instead of blaming, you know, a video game. Because I think it's so much easier to blame a video game than it is to actually do the work to improve your situation, to improve your, like, sometimes it's in an internal situation, like your own mental health. The way you think and the way you solve problems is sometimes the problem. And you need to kind of workshop yourself a bit. And it has nothing to do with like, oh, I'm addicted to video games. I'm addicted to Final Fantasy 11. It's like, no, if you stop playing Final Fantasy 11, you'd find some other thing to take its place. And that's what I found the hard way. And I don't even know if there is a way around it. I think everybody has to find out some hard way because everybody has a different situation. Everybody has different configuration. Everybody has different skills. Everybody has different reality they're living in. And we all share this reality, but we're living in very much different realities. Even though it is shared, it is very much different. Everything about your own reality changes the way that you see reality and that you interact. It unlocks your capabilities to interact with it, because I've learned a lot about what really matters. And now I can finally enjoy my game. I have no guilt really about it. Like, obviously, yeah, there's a healthy amount of, like, I wouldn't say guilt, but there's just like little, like, hey, put little warnings in your own, you know, nervous system that says, hey, like, you've been playing for 15 hours straight without stopping. You haven't showered. You haven't left the house. You haven't done any exercise. You've been eating, like... Hop, hop, hop. Yeah, that little bunny hopping around. Yeah, I just, sometimes I may not know exactly how I'm going to get my life to the next goal, of like, you know, I need to find, I think that is the goal, is to find exactly what my next smaller goals are. I know what my big goals are. Like, I do want to become a model, and I do want to become an actress, and I do want to just continue as a content creator and as a writer. I want to finish my novel. All of those are big goals, but I think the next small goal, it's very difficult to find those at this point, and I think that's okay. So I found that, like, I think, like, until I can really know, like, what I'm doing, I need to kind of get my bearings. And I think that's where Final Fantasy XI comes in. It's been fulfilling a role this past month that I came back to Horizon that I don't think anything else in my life. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are things that could take the place of Final Fantasy XI, but this is the one that was like the most obvious, and that is, I think, the smoothest. It's fulfilling a specific role. It's giving me something that is routine and what's the word? Predictable. And it's something that I'm knowledgeable about and competent in. And so it gives me something that's kind of in the background of my life right now, while I kind of let things process into this new version of what my life is. Because it doesn't mean I'm going to be on hold forever. But I think sometimes you have to be willing to let go of the need to constantly be in control of your life. Because ironically, when you're so controlling, you end up gripping it too tight. Sometimes you need to let go and rest and like let things happen. And like, there's a lot of things you don't know. And there's a lot of things outside of your control. And there's things that are like, they have nothing to do with your own actions. There's just like, sometimes it's a matter of timing, you know? And I have a lot of faith that when I see the right opportunity, I don't know exactly what that opportunity is going to be. I don't know exactly how to make those opportunities, but I know that I will learn how to be more in control of those. And also I know how to look out for them. And I trust myself to be able to do what needs to be done when the time is right. But right now, that energy would be wasted for the most part. I think if I had that kind of energy right now, I just spent 7 years of my life using that energy. I need to let it go. And just like, hey, like, slow down, calm down, sit down and just play some Final Fantasy XI, for Christ's sakes. It's perfect for that. It's a brilliant escape. I usually don't like streaming while I play, but I'm trying to learn how to get over that. Final Fantasy XI has always been a very personal game for me. I like I said, I did do like the LAN parties and stuff like that with my friends, but I always felt like I was missing something whenever I played with other people or on a Discord call or anything like that. When I'm playing privately, I'm completely immersed and I'm not really thinking about like other things. And I think like I need to learn how to just let that go, because it's an important skill to be able to like, I wouldn't say phone it in, but like whenever you split your attention, it kind of diminishes them. But that's also okay. You don't always need to do 100%, you know, enmity generation. Sometimes only doing like 60% of your toolkit is good enough to get through the content. You don't always have to be balls to the wall, use every single consumable, you know, like do perfect timing on like, you know, buy the absolute best gear for that one single level so that you can get the best DPS. Like, you don't always have to do that. You could just wait until the next level where you get a cheaper sword that's actually stronger, or at least strong enough, because you're going to outlevel it eventually anyway. Like, nobody's forcing you to be the absolute balls to the wall, you know, top tier all the time. Sometimes you can just do 60%, and your goal isn't to be the absolute best possible at all times, because you'll burn out. If you could do it, then yeah, you should, but sometimes it's okay to just do, like, you can still get through the content with, if you've calculated it. Like, hey, I'm higher level than the monster we're fighting for this quest or mission or something, and I don't really need to think about it too much. I think that's a skill that Final Fantasy XI teaches us, because yeah, you can be super sweaty, but you don't have to be super sweaty for every single piece of content. But it allows you to, and that's what I really like about it, that whether you're sweaty or you're not, the game has room for both. Oh, I think he's gonna need... Where the hell is he? I just think that's like really what makes Final Fantasy XI so special. And yeah, I'm gonna try my best to do more live streams. But right now I need to like kind of take a step back and be like, whoa, like what's going on now? And I've been doing that. And also, no one's forcing me to stream. I'm not under contract or anything like that. I don't really have like a big incentive other than personal reasons to stream, although I would like to stream regularly instead of just, you know, irregularly. Like, even if I'm not playing, even if I'm not streaming the whole time I play, at least like find like an hour or two every now and then. Like right now, I've been streaming for 2 hours. Every now and then I should find like an hour or two to just like kind of check in with myself and, you know, have the game going while I'm doing that. And, you know, that's exactly what I've been doing. And almost level 15. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit tired, so I'm actually gonna head out. Yeah. I think that like things have been really interesting, and also trying to like put together like all the things that have actually been like my own misconceptions. That's the biggest one, because how you view reality changes everything. And if like I'm coming to conclusions about things with a broken like survival tool set that was somewhat serving me. I mean, it served me pretty well under the circumstances I was in with my life, and it got me to my goals. But now I need to set that aside and just like, hey, I need to be okay with not being perfect for a while. Yeah, you love the new setup? Yeah, I do too. There's a lot more, you know, where this go, you know, there's a lot more for the future, you know. But I'm gonna head out now. I'm getting a little bit woozy, and you know, I'm glad that I was able to check in with you. I'm glad you're able to make it to my stream, DGG. DG, disabled gamer, DG. Okay, not DGG. Thanks for being here, DG, and thanks everybody for stopping by. Joe Van B and Cackle King, thanks for the raid earlier. I'm going to kind of take some time to have like a nice quiet time to myself, and I'm going to continue leveling up here with my brother, and I'll see you next time. Later.